Hello, this is Mark Henry again, and we're talking with the Montford Point Marines. And your name, sir, is?
James B. Wilson.
Pleasure. Nice to meet you. One of the questions I guess I'd want to start off with asking about, what circumstances, under what circumstances did you join the Marine Corps, the Corps?
Well, they had posters. You see posters on Uncle Sam, I need you.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I was just talking to myself, says, I think I'll join the Army. But I saw that Marine in dress blue, and I decided I was going to join the Marine Corps.
So initially, your initial was to join the Army at
Join
first?
the Army. I just wanted to go into service because I used to like the movies. I used to go to watch the Army pictures and all that, and I just liked it. But I didn't realize it was like it was.
Right.
But I decided I would go into the Marines. And
Was that on the newsreels, the pictures you'd see?
no, it was just on posters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
posters. We didn't have a television then.
Okay.
In fact, I don't believe they had television.
No, when I said the newsreels, I meant like the newsreels that showed like the theaters that had documented what was going on in the service and news and things of that
previews.
sort. Right.
Yeah,
That's what I meant by newsreels. Okay, so after that, you decided to go from the Army. You crossed over to the Marines.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't go to the Army. I changed my mind.
You changed your mind.
Yeah,
Okay. Then went to the Marines.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was that experience like once you signed the dotted line?
It was a learning experience, and it was rough. I went to the recruiter and talked to him about it. He says, oh yeah, he decided, I told him I wanted to join the Marines. Oh yeah, we would like to have you. I got some papers you had to fill out. I says, okay. It's a test, so I had to take the test. Fill out the papers. And he said, guess what? I said, what? He says, you passed the test to be a Marine. I said, oh, I did. I smiled. And he said, how do you feel now that you're a Marine? I said, I don't know until it gets started. Right now, I said, I feel okay. And I was there for a whole day, and then he says, well, no, there's only one thing that's holding you. You got to bring your father or your mother. He's going to have to sign for you. And you get them and come back. Bring one of them with you. You don't have to bring but one. And I went back home, and I was happy then. I sure did. I was going to say yeah. And he said, I asked him, I said, Dad, I signed up to go in the Marine. He said, what? Yeah, I signed up for the Marine. He said, how you do that? I said, I went down and just signed up. He said, you can't do that. I said, yeah, you got to sign for me, though. He said, no, you got to talk to your mother. It was kind of funny to me, because every time I asked him for something, he'd always send it to mother anyway, so I went to mother and I told her. I said, I signed up for the Marines, and I'll be going in the Marines, but I need you to sign. She said, oh, no, you talk to your father. I said, that's what he told me to tell you. And I'm telling you what he said, and you telling me to go back. I said, now I'm just standing here going and coming. Well, somebody got to sign. She said, you go talk to your dad. And I had to do that. You know, my mother was a little mean, so I went ahead and told him, and he said, did you talk to your mother? I said, yes. Yes, sir. And he said, what did she say? I said, she told me to talk to you. She told me the same thing you said. I said, he told me, he says, well, we're going to have to talk to her together. Daddy wouldn't make a decision. So we talked to mother that evening, that night, and she talked him into signing it. And that was all I wanted. I just wanted to leave home. I was ready to go. I had enough of, I thought I did. But let me tell you, I was just getting out of the, I was getting into the fire. That's where I was getting into. I had never been treated that way. Now, I thought I was treated terrible when I was coming up, but when I got in that Marine Corps, it was altogether different.
So the age thing wasn't the only barrier that you found. You found mistreatment as well along the way.
It was something else.
Even though your original intent was to just get away from home and spread your wings and find your way.
Yeah, I thought it would be like it was when you go to the movies, you know, they all together and they get a decision and make a decision on something and they all would do it together, but that wasn't like the Marines that I went to.
Right.
It was altogether different.